Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. It's Aaroh Deshmukh here, and welcome to another video. In this video today, I'm going to be telling you about the Apollo 11 mission of the moon landing led by Neil Armstrong. So, there are many stereotypes about this mission that this is fake and the moon landing didn't really happen. But in this video, I'm going to be telling you about all these theories and about the moon landing. 20th July 1969, the lunar module of the Apollo 11 mission landed on the moon. Astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were in it. After the landing, Neil Armstrong tried to open the door to get down on the moon. It wasn't easy opening this door due to high pressure, but he successfully opened it after a little struggle. Then he tried to get down the moon in his heavy spacesuit. The exit wasn't spacious, so by mistake he hit the top and a piece of the lunar module broke off.
Bruh.
Neither of them was aware of this because of the lack of air. Sound didn't travel. They didn't hear any sound. But this broken piece was very crucial. It was the ascent engine arming switch. Without this switch, the lunar module couldn't take off again and they couldn't return to Earth. Unaware of this, Neil Armstrong got out and became the first man to step on the moon's surface.
169.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
But did it actually happen? Today, more than 50 years later, many people refuse to believe that humans had gone to the moon. People make up theories of their own to claim that the entire Apollo 11 mission was a farce put up by America, that they filmed the scenes on Earth and lied to the world. How else do you explain the flag fluttering without air? What's the truth to it? Come, let's try to understand this story in today's video. Friends, you'd be surprised to know the real reason why the Apollo 11 mission was planned was a war. Specifically speaking, the Cold War fought between America and the Soviet Union. Both countries were engaged in a space race. In 1957, the Soviet Union became the first country to launch the first artificial satellite. It was named Sputnik, and it was the first man made object to be placed in Earth's orbit. The American government was shocked to see the Soviets getting ahead. Months later, in 1958, America launched their satellite as well. But 3 years, in 1961, America got another shock. Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin was the first person to go to space. The Soviets beat America once again. 1 week later, the then President of America, John F. Kennedy, wrote a letter to the President dated 20th April 1961. He asked the Vice President how they could beat the Soviet Union. He got the answer some days later because he soon realized that the next big step would be to send humans to the moon. On 25th May 1961, in his famous speech, he promised to the world that he would send humans to the moon before the end of the decade. Not only this, he promised to get the humans back on Earth safely.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
For many people, this was an unbelievable announcement. Friends, imagine 1961. There were no smartphones, no internet, there wasn't even GPS technology. The computers were so slow and old in such times. He was promising to send humans to the moon. For this, over the next 5 years, he provided $7 to $9 billion in additional funding to the space program. NASA started to launch test missions one after the other. testing different things, testing the rockets, spacecrafts, going to the moons. And after all these tests, finally on 16th July 1969, the Apollo 11 mission was launched.
All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Three astronauts were a part of this mission. 38-year-old Commander Neil Armstrong, he led this mission. The pilot of the command module, Michael Collins, and the pilot of the lunar module, Edwin Buzz Aldrin. These three names are inscribed in the pages of history. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became famous names. Everyone knows them today. But Michael Collins isn't very popular. The reason for this is very interesting. I'll tell you later in this video. The spacecraft of this Apollo 11 mission had three main parts: the command module, the service module, and the lunar module. The first two are collectively known as CSM, the command and service module. They aim to detach the lunar module and have it to land on the moon. Now, you may be wondering what happened after that if the lunar module landed on the moon, what challenges the astronauts had to face, and how did they come back to Earth safely? Well, everything didn't go as planned, and to know what happened next, watch my part 2 video.